Hello and welcome to another Fresh Off the Stalls. Tonight I have a guest reviewer with me. May I present to you Zaza? Yes, it's a guest reviewer. He is a puppet. I've had him out before. If you care to remember, you probably don't. Probably for the best. But the reason I brought Zaza with me. Say hello. He can't speak at the moment. He's lost his voice. Yes, he's going to have to whisper anything. So the reason I got him with me is, would you like to get the programme? Yep. It's... Oh, good. You've dropped it on the floor, haven't you? Okay, I'll get it. The reason is, I thought I'd get Zaza out because he's a puppet and we're being to see a show about puppets, or a puppet. It features a lot of puppets. There's a lot of puppets in it, isn't there? Yes. We've been to see Pinocchio, Iris's family summer show in Covent Garden at St. Paul's the Actors Church. And wow, so it's a show about a small boy made of bits and bobs that wants to be a real important person. No, we're not talking about Nick Clegg, it's fine. Let's keep politics out of this. So, even tonight, in celebration, I wore my little wooden tie. Yes, it's a little wooden tie. See how in awe of it he is. You're stroking my wooden tie. I'm sure there's an innuendo in this somewhere, but this was a family show, so let's keep it that way, okay? Yep. So yeah, expectations running very high. After Alice Through the Looking Glass last year, and I'm kind of annoyed I gave that 5 stars last year because I think this has actually excelled itself. It's really, really good. So you're my guest reviewer, Zaza, so yeah, do your hair. What did you like most about the production? The bananas. There were no bananas in it. But you like bananas anyway. You're just quite content being a rather lazy stereotype, aren't you? Yeah. Apart from the bananas, what did you really like? You loved the puppets. Well, I did too. I know, of course, I did too, because I suppose vicariously you saw the show through me. Yeah, we can stop that. So yes, the puppets are really great. So this is a show about a puppet. Are you just dictating or am I? I don't know anymore. There might have been a few red wines involved. Which is why I'm doing this, clearly. Where was I? Yes, it's a show about puppets, so Iris Theatre have done a great job of making sure they include some really great puppets. And puppetry that pops up in places that you wouldn't expect it. It looks great. But everything about an Irish show is here, and everything that's been brilliant about the family shows from what I experienced for the first time last year is still here. For Promenade production, they are really bang on with the pacing. You stay in places just as long enough to not get bored, but not so short that you never get comfortable and feel like you're being pushed around a bit. Sets are amazing. Who did the sets? Let's open this up. Have a look. Who did the sets? Would you like to find out who did the sets for me? Yeah, you will. You would. I'm looking through the programme here, it's fine. You can't read. Well, why did you offer to find out who did the sets to me if you can't read? You're a silly monkey. So anyway, Alicia Britt did the puppets, so hats off to them. It was absolutely amazing. Amber Scarlett, the set designer, just really, really went to town along with Denise Anderson on the costumes. It looks amazing, and just the fact that it's in this glorious setting as well of the old churchyard. It's just really impressive. A lot of time, effort, thought, and production values have gone into this. And as always, the bit where you end up in the church at the end just looks fantastic. It's a completely encapsulating a really stunning moment when that happens. And yeah, pacing and acting wise, they've really got it bang on for a family show as well. This is a theatre company that really knows how to do family shows. There are a lot of kids in the audience tonight, young and old alike, all absolutely silent. So no speaking, absolutely silent throughout the entire thing. And I think that's always an amazing sign that you've gotten children's shows right, when they don't talk They don't fidget, they don't moan, they don't grumble, they sit there for silence. And the fact that this is almost this is over 2 hours long, including an interval. So, do you mind? Thank you. It's a bit warm. It's a bit warm tonight. Yeah. You can stop that now. Yeah, the fact that there's a lot of interaction, there's just the right amount of silliness to keep the kids engaged, but not to make the adults feel like, this is really silly. I even at one point got, you like this, won't you? I was threatened to caning on my, and I quote, milky white thighs. Shocking. They must have seen my ridiculous cyclist shorts tan from when I did that 400-mile cycle the other week. It's a lot of fun, but it's also really enchanting. As far as adapting the tale, this is as un-Disney as you can imagine it. It's keeping much more to the original tale, the original story by, I can't remember who did it now. Let's have a look through. You chew on your fingers. Carlo, some Italian name. We'll call him Mario Panini. No, that's not his name. It'd be great if it was. And also ever so racist. Where is... I can't remember. Anyway, the guy who originally wrote the original tale, the Italian, he keeps a lot more to it. It's a show that doesn't shy away from the dark. And I suppose what I always find great of good children's literature is it's always that bit dark, always that bit twisted. Kids love that kind of thing. And the show starts with the funeral procession for a dead child. It's just like, well, that escalated quickly. It's a lot more complex. It's a lot more deep. It's a lot more of a fable. I mean, it's subtitled a family fable. So you're not expecting some sort of knockoff Disney here. By no means. You're expecting something that's actually really complex, really well written, and keeps a lot closer to the original fairy tale, or original story actually, by Carlo Collodi. That's it. It's on the front of the cover. Yes, aren't you clever? But it is. It's just... I find myself so easily beguiled by... I mean, this is the second Irish show I've seen. I'm really annoyed I couldn't get to see the Shakespeare production earlier, but I was cycling, said Milky White Thighs, and this is the second of the family shows I've seen, and I'm a kid again when I'm there. I know I'm supposed to be the grumpy gay critic, but it's just... I'm utterly enchanted. I even cried a little towards the end. I'm going to admit that I cried a little. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh. Stop it. You hit yourself, because that's how it works. Do you know what? I think it's time for you to go away. I think I've overused this plot. That's it. Do your hair up before going to bed. So say goodbye to people. No, there's no point whispering goodbye to me. You can't talk. Okay, so bye. He's going to go away. What I love about Irish Theatre now, this is my second trip to see this family show, this year's Pinocchio, is that it's also really unique. They make a great use of a set. I've already kind of spoken about that. But it's generally one of the most unique and memorable things you can do in London outright. You won't get an experience like this elsewhere. It's just so charming, so... It's a great piece of theatre. Whether you see it as a straight piece of theatre, or a comic piece of theatre, I suppose, or even just family theatre, young and old, you'll love this. Music, because there's music as well. Candida Caldecott, who does the music, great work on the music last year with Alistair of Looking Glass. Same here again. Some really great little songs that sort of illustrate moments. Also some nice underscoring as well. And of course, we're talking about Carlo Collodi. We must give mention to Daniel Winder, who's the director and the adapter for this as well. I can wax lyrical kind of wavering. I can get the puppet out again if you want. Let's not. But this is brilliant. This is a brilliant, brilliant show. This is what summer theatre is all about. And every company that does promenade productions, does summer theatre, really need to take note of just how well these guys do it. I'm going to stop gushing. I'm going to go and have a nice cold glass of gin, because it's just a bit warm. Gosh, what's wrong with this house? So I stopped making a fool of myself with puppets and sweating everywhere. So thank you again. I'm so happy that I've got to see at least one of your 2 shows this year again. It's made my summer, absolutely. And unequivocally, I can't even say that properly. Anyway, I'm going to go see this. Absolutely go see this. Bring a puppet. Actually, don't bring a puppet, especially if it's mine, because it's off-putting. Right, bye!